Hello everyone, welcome back to my booktube channel. My name is Emily and today we're going to be doing the musical theater book tag. Basically, I have 7 questions that are based off of famous musicals and then I'm just going to pick a book that answers that question. With this video, I'm going to try and not spoil anything, so it may be kind of very surface level for talking about these books and just kind of a quick gloss over. I just thought it was a really fun tag and I love musicals, so this kind of just goes hand in hand. Before I get started, if you would like and subscribe to my channel, I try to post at least 1 video every week. Let's get to it. So first up, the first question is Wicked, and it is, what is my favorite fictional friendship? For this, I chose Sam and Frodo from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I just love their friendship. Their friendship really is what made me enjoy the series more than anything else. Sam was so good to Frodo, and they love each other so much. I don't know. There's something about their friendship that is just so lovely to me. I don't know. I just really love them. Next up we have Sweeney Todd, and it is, what is your favorite fictional villain? I couldn't choose one for this. I have a hard time choosing favorite villains. I feel like a lot of the books I read, there isn't like a villain. It's not like someone who's like trying to do bad things. I don't know what my issue is. Okay, so for this one, I am stuck between Hunchback of Notre by Victor Hugo and The Phantom of the Opera. And clearly you have Frollo and the Phantom in this. They're just both interesting, dark characters. They have backstories to them. They have histories. They're well-rounded. I love when there's a villain and you can understand where they're coming from. You can empathize with them and not that you think that they're doing good things or that you agree with what they're doing, but if I can understand where someone is coming from and see them as a well-rounded character, I appreciate that much more than just making someone evil because they're evil. Voldemort is a very similar character in this way. He's very well-rounded. We get to see his history. We get to see why and how he becomes the way that he is, and I think those are what make villains really great. And I think that the Phantom and Frollo and both of these encapsulate that for me, and I just think they're interesting. I love villains more in classic lit than I do in a lot of modern lit. I don't know why. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Number 3 is The Phantom of the Opera, and it is your favorite love triangle. Firstly, I completely disagree with the fact that people think Christine, Rowell, and Phantom are a love triangle, and like, you can fight me on that. I do not agree. But anyway, for this one, I chose A Court of Thorns and Roses. I feel like you get more of this in the second book, but I'm gonna go with this one. I think that of all of the love triangles that I've read, this is the most well-rounded and interesting of them. A lot of love triangles, I feel like it's 2 people who want to be together and a third person who wants to be with that other person, and then they're like, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And I feel like this does it in a really interesting and unexpected way. I'm trying not to give too many spoilers. It's really hard. I've been seeing a lot more as I'm reading A Court of Mist and Fury. That's what I'm reading right now. I'm seeing the love triangle blossom much more. I don't really like love triangles. I haven't read a ton of romance for that reason. I'm probably forgetting all the books that have had love triangles in them that I've read. So for this one, I'm going to say A Court of Thorns and Roses. A close second would probably be A Curse So Dark and Lonely with Gray, Wren, and Harper. Even though I see where that ship is coming from between Gray and Harper, and I agree that there is something there, it's never truly explored. And if it had been explored more, that probably would have been my favorite. So number 4 is The Lion King, and it is your favorite fictional sidekick. Once again, sidekicks, I don't really see it in, maybe I'm totally oblivious, but my favorite side characters of all time are in Harry Potter, Ron and Hermione, Cedric, Neville, all of these people. I love all of them. Harry Potter is like deep in my soul, and I can't help but absolutely love these characters. Harry Potter is like one of the only books where the main character is no one's favorite character. I love Harry, don't get me wrong, but Hermione, she was the first girl I could connect to on a level of intelligence and ambition, and so for me that was really integral. And because of that, and just Ron's ability to be just an incredible friend to Harry throughout the series, they're so supportive and they're so real. Because of those things, they gotta be my favorite. And I love them. Number 6 is Grease, the musical, and it is your least favorite ending, and I don't even own this book, I got rid of it, and that would be Eleanor and Park. I didn't like this book for a multitude of reasons. There are a bajillion videos that you can find about why this book really isn't that great. I'm not going to get into it, but I did not like the ending of this book. I thought it was a huge letdown to everything that they had been building up for the entire story, even taking away the fact that there are a lot of other problematic and bad parts of the story. I just did not enjoy the ending of Eleanor and Park. So, there you have it. Number 6 is Matilda the musical, and it is your favorite musical adaptation, and for this I chose Holes. This book to movie adaptation is absolute perfection. They did not leave out a single plot element. I mean, I understand it's a short book, it's a children's book, but they really were able to incorporate every single plot element, and it is one of the truest book to movie adaptations I have ever seen. The only thing in it that isn't canon that's in the movie that the book is that Stanley is supposed to be overweight and he loses the weight through the book, but the director has been quoted saying that he didn't want to put an adolescent through that for a movie, and I think that is a completely fair statement and adjustment to make. And as much as I would have liked it to be even more true to the book than it was, I don't have a single qualm with Holes the movie. I thought it was so well done. I love this movie. And I love the book. And if you haven't read the book and you like the movie, read the book because you will not be disappointed. And last but not least, we have Les Mis, and it is your favorite death. Once again, I don't really have a favorite death in a book. I mean, I have books that do character deaths better than other books, but there's not a death that I like. I don't know. And again, I'm going to try and not do any spoilers with this. So I went with A Great and Terrible Beauty. And if you've read this book, you'll know who I'm talking about. At the end of the book, there's a death that happens. It's very integral to the plot, and it's very integral to the plot of the next 2 books in the trilogy. And I think for the reason that their death kind of sets in motion things that happen later on. Oh my gosh, I mean, it's so hard not to say spoilers. But I think because of the way the death is portrayed and is continued to be an integral plot point for the rest of the books, that's why it's probably my favorite death in a book. And I'm not gonna say too much more because I don't want to spoil anything, but if you've read the book, you know who I'm talking about. And yeah, it is a interesting and important plot point, and really sets in motion the rest of the books and sets the tone for the rest of the books. So yeah, A Great and Terrible Beauty. That is all I have for today. If you enjoyed my video, please remember to like and subscribe. I try to post every week. Happy National Book Lovers Day, and I hope to see you next time.